I started exploring the Bible for those places about, as I was dealing with my own infertility, looking at the places where God redeems and speaks to barrenness. And I found in Mariah's story that same concept that when God says he makes everything new, when he says he makes things ex nihilo, when he creates something out of nothing, he means it. That's how all of this got here. And he specializes and delights in creating something out of nothing. So the concept of spiritual motherhood really started to expand for me through Mariah's story. I started reading the passage in Isaiah 54, where the Lord actually refers to Israel as a barren woman, and
Hmm.
he tells that barren woman to sing and to rejoice. Now, if you think about the context of the culture back in the day, when that was written, barren women had nothing to rejoice about. It was a cultural shame. You didn't have an insurance policy, you didn't have an inheritance plan, and you were largely seen as a burden on the rest of society. And God's saying, no, I bring something out of nothing all the time. And watch Israel. And do it through you. And even Jesus, born, in Isaiah 53, we see the chapter before, we see the prophecy of how he comes through at a time when the land is barren. The prophets haven't spoken in forever, right? And so all these things of God saying, I specialize in making life. So don't despair, barren woman. Don't despair, Hannah. Don't despair, all the Sarah, all the people who just went and thought that they would never have children. And God says, I'm going to do something new. I'm always doing something new. So Mariah's story was sort of an echo of what I was seeing in my own life and what I was reading in Isaiah. And it thrilled me. It gave purpose to my own. I'm like, oh, there are women who are saying, I want to be discipled. I want somebody in my own church, in my own local church, because that's where I believe that's where good stuff is, right? In the local church.
Yep.
And I was like, there's a lot of social orphans right around
Hmm.
me. Some people who have great relationships with their moms, but they need, sometimes it's not the message, sometimes it's the messenger. They want to hear it from somebody else, right? Or if they don't have great relationships with their mom, sometimes they've never had a mom at all. Or they have a contentious relationship with mom. Or I know some young women who were discipling their own moms because their moms have come to faith later in life.
Yep.
All sorts of different situations that a woman with wisdom, it's not a woman with children that you have to be, it's a woman with wisdom can speak
Amen.
into.
You just watched a short clip of Grounded. To watch the full episode, check out the link below.